Hello everybody, I'm Doug. Welcome to the Auditory Vinyl. Uh, this thread is for Laura LeBranch. I think I said that right. I apologize if I didn't. But she has got a new channel, and she decided to make a thread to kind of introduce herself, I guess you could say. The thread's called Getting to Know the VC, or the VCers. And the questions are kind of, I don't know, they get you to open up a little bit and tell a little bit about yourself and where you came from as far as music goes. Really good thread, good kind of introduction into the VC4. So she's just got 5 questions here. So the first one, show a record that takes you back to your childhood. So my parents had this box set, or it was supposed to be a box, but the box is gone. So all that was left was the sleeves, and you can see that, I mean, they coffee stains, probably a cigarette smoke stain, but this is what I listened to. This came out in '72, so this is what I was listening to when I was very young. But this one, they're all comps, and this one is called The Great Rock Revival. You got The Stroll by the Diamonds, Mr. Sandman by the Chordettes, Sweet Little 16 by Chuck Berry, Sea of Love, Phil Phillips, Come Go With Me, Del Vikings. And there's just a bunch. This one is called Unforgettable, so you got Because of You, Tony Bennett, All or Nothing, Harry James with Frank Sinatra, Bing Crosby's on here, Johnny Mathis, Frankie Lane. And so this is where, you guys have all seen that I have a big variety of music as far as genres go. And this is probably why, because I was listening to all this Judy Garland, Patti Page, Teresa Brewer, Rosemary Clooney, Dinah Shore. And then this one must have been a separate one because that's Columbia and this one's RCA, but you still have Tommy Dorsey, Frank Sinatra, Ella Fitzgerald, Vaughn Monroe, Helen O'Connell, Louis Prima, Eddie Fisher, Eddie Arnold, Neil Sedaka, Paul Anka, Sam Cooke, Ames Brothers. So yeah, it just goes on and on with all these guys. Some more Chuck Berry, Lloyd Price, Fats Domino, Everly Brothers, Benny Goodman. Yeah. So just those comps were definitely back to my childhood, and just listening to all those when I was very young, and just introducing me to the world of all different kinds of music. The second one is a pivotal record from your teenage years. I could have picked 100 of them for this one, just from different memories of certain albums. But I'm gonna go with Black Sabbath, Paranoid, because I don't know, I must have been 14, 13, and I was listening to all the the popular stuff at the time, but also my brothers had Zeppelin, Montrose, Grand Funk, Who, but he never had any of this. And I think I first heard it at a friend's house, and then I went and got this cassette actually, and when I started playing this, I was just like, wow, there's a whole new area of rock music that I wasn't aware of. So yeah, Black Sabbath, Paranoid. 3 is Show an album that got you through a tough time. Well, in the, what would have been 92, 3, somewhere in there, I got divorced, got an OWI, got into some other trouble, had some bad times. But I had the CD actually, and it was in my car, and I just constantly played it because the lyrics, you know, from Stone Me, Moondance, Crazy Love Care, that whole first side, really, the lyrics just could totally take me away to a whole nother world and time, you know, and I could just kind of forget all the bullshit that I was going through. But yeah, Van Morrison's Moondance for that one. Show an album that reminds you of somebody that meant a great deal to you. I think it was alive or deceased, but this is one a lot of people are showing Elvis because of their parents. And yeah, my mom had a bunch of Elvis records, and this is one of them. This was from a tour from '77, and she went to one of them. I doubt if it was the one that this was recorded off of in Iowa, but yeah, she went to this one, and especially a few songs on here, Hurt, his version of My Way, and How Great Thou Art was a couple of her favorite ones, and they're all on this one. So yeah, Elvis, remind me of Mom. The fifth one was kind of tough. Show an album that kind of, I forget how she worded it now, I should have wrote it down, but that kind of got you into a genre that you really weren't into before, that you really, you don't really care much for the music, but this album kind of puts you over the edge to where now you like it. But I don't have the album, but I used to have a CD. It was called Heavy Classics, I think it was called, or Heavy Classical, something like that. And it was all classical music, but it wasn't like romantic classical. It was like lots of percussion and, very upbeat and right at you kind of stuff. And it was good. And I'm not sure why. I probably sold it at a record show or whatever. But so that type of classical I really like. And I'm showing this one just because the classical music that is in all, action movies, fantasy movies, sci-fi, that music that is just fast-paced and a lot of percussion, and a lot of it is almost on the verge of being like maybe prog rock or psych rock or something. But anyway, that's the kind of, and I have a bunch of classical records that have that kind of music, but I was just showing this one because I was using the movie soundtracks as an example. We've listened to this type of music our whole life, especially on Saturday morning cartoons. They had it too. But so yeah, it would be classical music and the heavy percussion classical music, if that's what you want to call it. So there you go. That's the 5 questions. So go over to Laura's channel. I will leave a link, and jump on the thread. Give her a sub. Last time I checked, she was under 100, but I'm sure she's probably moving right up the ladder. Good channel. She shows a lot of good stuff. So yeah, go over there, sub, and join in. Take care. Enjoy the music.